Good morning. It is Friday the 20th, and I don't have a ton of time, but I want to get you guys something to look at because the markets have been doing some good things. I mean, as far as the mortgage-backed securities is concerned, I mean, nothing so six-pack spectacular. Warning again, it's not making a big dent in rates. I know I even got an email 2 minutes ago, 6:20 a.m. Pacific, asking where the rates are. Have they gotten better from yesterday? About the same. So if let's take a look at the charts here, I mean, when we're looking at what's happened with the Fed coming out and talking, I would have thought that it would have done some damage. It is a Friday. That's usually pretty ugly. But with stocks, what they were doing this week, I'm thinking, that, and of course, everybody knows that we've got some sort of recession coming. That's looming ahead. So that's, I think, where we're benefiting, but it's not to the extent that we're thinking that things are like charging ahead better. They're just kind of holding in a spot that's not getting worse, right? So re-illustrate the downward channel we've been in, right? It's been on that downward swing since September of last year. Really started its pivot in late October, and then we got to where it got some velocity when we broke below these lines that I was talking about back then, and then just took off, right? So then we've got, let me see here, we found this bottom and we started trading sideways. Now, it has not been a definitive like ramp back up. We're not gaining ground back to the other direction, which if this goes up, interest rates get better. What we've done is we've traveled sideways. And what I've marked here is these different lines that seem to have formed, these particular price points have formed a ceilings of resistance. We haven't really broken above this. But we also have seen where we've had a lot where it's held stable. Now, we've also created what used to be a floor is now created a ceiling. And then we have another floor and then another floor. So these are things that I've seen some kind of definitive stops and breaks. And as a result of that, it looks like we're in a very, very, very narrow channel right here. Now, it looks like we're up above that. I'm going to zoom in here. We're starting to creep above that channel just a little bit, as you can see. And so as a result of that, creeping above the channel here, maybe we can get up into this upper part of the channel. But I think this range that we have here. So that range would be like, the 101.80 to the 100.80. So basically it's that's a pretty significant swing there. So it's 100 basis point swing that we've got in here. That's a lot. That's a wide channel. So 100 basis points can basically affect the price or what you're paying for an interest rate. Let's say the interest rate today, not a quote, guys, 6.125. If it swings in here, it can change your points that you had paid by 1 point for that. Now, we know with what's going on with inflation, 8.5% inflation, we're approaching 9 on the CPI, 16 plus in the real rate of inflation. We're seeing rates in the sixes. That's a gift. That's not often we see interest rates that far below the rate of inflation. That's a big damn deal, right? Remember that. So, but there's points being charged associated with every rate that we're getting today. And that has a lot to do with this channel we're in right here. Well, not a lot to do with it, but it will swing with respect to the channel that's in there. As we saw, look at that, it just dropped right back within this channel in just the last couple of minutes. So this looks like this might be a formidable ceiling. We're watching right here. Here we've tested it as a floor. And here we're testing it as a ceiling here. So that's just my range guess here. I'm not 100% on this, but this is just what I'm seeing as I'm taking a look at it. So we'll see how this plays out, but I at least feel better that we're going sideways a little bit, stopping the bleeding somewhat, and see where this all plays out. So tonight, jumping on stage for the End of Slavery tour here in Salt Lake. We got 500 people showing up to our event tonight. Tomorrow, a couple thousand, it sounds like. So that's gonna be about at noon at the Bountiful Park. So I think they have some sort of stage there. I have no idea. I'll find out when I get there. But appreciate you guys. Go to aaron.chapman.com, scroll down, go to the donate button there if you want to jump in and participate in doing something with the little bit of extra capital that you have to do something for somebody else that can't do for themselves. So thank you guys. I will talk to you guys on Tuesday.